Every story has a beginning, and mine began with a poet few remember.
Good friends, you know me as William Shakespeare, a player with words and a teller of tales upon the London stage. Yet no poet writes alone in the world. Every story we tell has roots that reach back through time, and many of mine grew from the works of those who came before. Long before the theatres of London were raised, before the globe echoed with the voices of actors, there lived a poet whose words travelled across centuries. His name was John Gower. In the 14th century, when English poetry was still finding its voice, Gower wrote a great work called The Lover's Confession. Within it, he gathered stories of kings and wanderers, of love and loss, of wisdom gained through hardship. One of those tales was the story of Apollonius of Tyre. When I discovered that tale, long after Gower had gone to his rest, I found within it the heart of a play. A story of storms and exile, of a father searching for his lost child, and of hope that survives the cruel turns of fortune. So I took that ancient story and brought it to the stage in my play Pericles, Prince of Tyre. And in honor of the poet who first told it, I invited John Gower himself to stand as the storyteller of the play. Across 2 centuries, his voice returned to guide the audience. For that is the wonder of poetry. A story written in one age may awaken again in another. Tonight, if you will listen closely, you may hear the voice of that earlier poet, the man whose words travelled through time, to reach even me. Ladies and gentlemen, John Gower.
From Confessio Amantis, Book the 8th, on the nature of true love. Love is a thing that makes a man become both wise and good. Through love the heart learns patience, and kindness grows where once there was none. Love teaches a man humility and sets his pride aside. It opens the eye of the soul, so that he sees what truly matters. For love is not a thing of force, nor can it be commanded. It comes gently as a guest, and rules the heart through grace. Here is my closing reflection from Confessio Amantis. I am too old to follow love any longer. My youth has passed, and with it the fire that once stirred the heart toward such desires. The strength I had is gone from me, and time has taken its due. Therefore I now set aside the games of love, and turn my thoughts to higher things, for every man must come at last to the place where age overtakes him, and when youth has gone and the world grows quiet, wisdom must guide what life remains. Good people, I am John Gower, a poet of England, writing in the years when our language was still young. In my time, many poets wrote only in Latin or French, the languages of kings and scholars. But I believed that the English tongue could also carry wisdom, beauty, and truth. So I wrote my book, The Lover's Confession, stories of love, of virtue, and of the follies of the human heart. For love is a strange teacher. Love makes a person gentle where once he was proud. It teaches patience where there was anger. It opens the eyes of the heart so that we may see the world more clearly. Through love, we learn humility. Through love, we discover kindness. And through love, we begin to understand the lives of others. Yet love must never rule without wisdom. For when desire blinds the mind, when pride or jealousy takes hold, then the heart forgets its better nature. That is why my tales speak of the 7 deadly sins, of pride, envy, anger, greed, sloth, gluttony, and lust, and how each may lead a person away from the path of goodness. Stories teach what sermons cannot. A tale may travel where advice cannot reach. And so I told many stories, of kings and wanderers, of lovers and fools, of heroes who found wisdom only after hardship. Among them is the tale of Apollonius of Tyre, a story that travelled through the centuries until another poet of England found it again. You may know his name. 200 years after my time, William Shakespeare turned that tale into a play. Thus the voice of one age may speak to another. But as for me, the years have carried me far from youth. The fire of young love fades with time, strength leaves the body, and the world grows quieter. When age arrives, a man must set aside the games of youth, and turn his thoughts toward wisdom, for all our stories, all our loves, and all our labours are but travellers upon the road of life, and in the end we must seek not only love, but understanding, for wisdom is the truest companion that a lifetime may give.
The poet John Gower died around the year 1408. Today, his tomb can still be seen in Southwark Cathedral in London. On Gower's tomb, his head rests on 3 books, symbols of the 3 languages in which he wrote, just a short walk from the site of Shakespeare's Globe Theatre. Here, in the same cathedral, there is also a memorial to William Shakespeare, 2 writers separated by 2 centuries, yet forever connected through the power of story.